Today we're going to make fruit cobbler, and we're going to take the same recipe and we're going to make it 3 different ways. We're going to make peach, apple, and berry cobbler. You can actually customize this recipe very easily with any fruit that you want to try. So let's get cooking. Now we're going to make our peaches. We're going to slice them, then we're going to put them on the stove with a little sugar and water and cook them for about 10 minutes. So now we're going to take our peaches and add them into a saucepan, then add in a cup of sugar and a half a cup of water. And then we're going to bring this to a boil and then just simmer for 10 minutes. It'll create a sauce that we'll be using in our cobbler.
Just to show you how versatile this recipe is, you can take a lot of different fruits and make a cobbler out of them. Here we're going to take some apples, peel them, and cook them on the stovetop. Then we're also going to clean up some berries, strawberries, blueberries, I have some black raspberries, and we're going to prep them in the same way.
Now we're going to prepare our baking dish. We're going to put a stick of butter inside, then we're going to pop that in the oven and just let that melt. And once it's melted, we will pour our batter into that dish. So we're going to start to make our batter, and in this recipe we are using a self-rising flour, which is a staple in Southern cooking, and this cobbler is a Southern recipe. And we are going to add in a little additional baking powder, even though self-rising flour already has baking powder in it with salt, but we wanted to get a little bit more height on this. After that, we're going to add a little bit of sugar, or a lot of bit of sugar, with another cup of sugar. And then we are actually going to zest just a little bit of lemon into it to give a little bit of citrus notes to the recipe. So don't do a whole lot, maybe around a teaspoon will be good. It's just going to bring out a little bit more of the fruit flavors. And then we have a half a cup of whole milk that we are then mixing in. And we're going to stir this all together. And in this really easy recipe, the next step is just putting this into that pan that we were melting the butter in. Now we're going to take and prepare our cobbler. So we've taken our dish that contains the melted butter out of the oven. Be careful, it's going to be hot. And then we are just going to take the batter and we're going to pour that into this dish. It is a thick batter, so you gotta work it in there. You don't want to mix this with the butter. Don't stir it once it's in there. The butter is just going to sit around the batter, and it'll create a little bit of a crustiness to it, which is part of the appeal of this dish. We're going to get all the batter out of here. And then we're going to take our peaches that we just took off of the stove, and we're just going to spoon those over this batter. So you want to distribute your peaches across the whole cobbler. And then you're putting in all the liquid. That's going to create kind of like a syrup for the whole dish, and you're going to just gently pour that on. Now your peaches may sink to the bottom, they probably will, but that's kind of the goal here, that you'll bring the dough to the top, or the batter to the top. So now this is going to go into the oven for 40 minutes and we'll have a cobbler.
So now we're going to just do the same thing with our fruit. We're going to pour it over the batter that we put into the buttered dish, and we're going to bake them. So we've got the apples, we've got the berries, both look beautiful. They're going to be really tasty, and we'll have 3 different cobblers.